Welcome to podcast number 106. Been 106 weeks of trash talking, and we have announced this on our Discord server. It's going to be the big Q&A podcast. Today we're here to answer people's questions, and we gave you a bit of time, a couple of weeks, on the Discord server to ask us all the questions that you want us to answer. And today we're going to do our first ever real Q&A. And answer some of those questions that the people have proposed to us. JJ, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That is wonderful.
Also kind of wondering why you're saying this is our first real Q&A as if we had done a fake Q&A before.
Well, we've answered the occasional question here and there.
Well, yes.
But we've never done a real Q&A.
That's true, I guess.
I did one once on a different channel. But this is the first ever TrashcanTV Q&A, which has been requested by some people. And that's why we are going to answer some of these questions. So...
Oh yeah, by the way,
say?
If you want to enter your own questions for when I'm doing this the next time, we have a Discord server.
Yeah, there's a Discord server. Link is in the description. You can join our community there. And there's actually, we're going to set up a channel whenever we do a Q&A for people to post their questions in. And then we answer them in videos, like right now. And of course, shout out to everybody who participated. Everybody who's in the Discord, as a matter of fact. We got great people in there. But specifically also everyone who asked the question. Because obviously that's the point of this video. So, what do you say we get right into it?
Yes.
First off, we're going through this in chronological order. Dusty Kevin is asking, how many legendaries do you have on Hearthstone?
Well, this was something we had to look up, of course, because believe it or not, we don't know that by heart.
I don't keep that in mind.
But I actually have a total of 73 legends.
That's JJ.
38 of which are in standard.
You'll notice that almost half of his legends are wild legends.
Yes.
That is dubious, to say the least. I have a total of 59 legends, standard 41. The reason why I have much less total legends is because I dust legends when they rotate out.
And you also haven't been playing for that long.
Or when they're bad. That is correct. But I think if I had I never dusted a legend, I'd probably be around the same spot. But I dust cards because I like being efficient with dust economy. And you have a lot more wild legends. I still have a couple of them, more than I expected to have. Actually, when we looked through this in preparation for the video, I had a lot more wild legends than I thought I had.
Well, to be fair, 2 of them are undustable.
That's true. And that's Cthulhu and Marin the Fox.
Yes, correct.
But yeah, there's your numbers. So not terrible, also not great. We're working on the collection. He also added a suggestion, Dusty Kevin, that is you could add an ad at the start of the video. My dude, Dusty Kevin, we are doing that. Yeah. If you do not see an ad in the beginning of the video, that's either because you have an ad blocker that is blocking the ad, which is good for you, but probably bad for us. And we'd appreciate if you turned your ad blocker off, obviously, for our videos. Or YouTube decided to just not put an ad.
Yeah, which, to be fair,
happens way too much. Yeah. Because the apocalypse is real, and we're fishing for every little cent that we can get, but that's not the main motivation. We are putting ads on videos, and maybe you'll get one day. I don't know. We'd appreciate it. Not that's in your hands. Zoo Warlock equals OP, which is a username that I've always found a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
Do you keep that? Let me know that one in the Discord, man. Whoever you are, we know who you are, but not your real name. Do you keep that username all the time? Like, even if that's not even a deck? Like, if Zoo Warlock is terrible, do you still keep that? It's weird. Like, these days you should put something else. Use like Murloc Shaman or Control Warrior equals OP. Do you switch it up, or you just keep the one all the time? Do you have some hatred for that? Let me know. But he asks, what is, in your opinion, the most overpowered card, for example, Dr. Boom, or combo in the history of Hearthstone? That's a good one. Now, let's quickly go over to our Hearthstone history expert on the other side of the couch, JJ. JJ, what do you think is the most overpowered card in the history of Hearthstone?
Okay, first of all, there's technically 2 distinctions to be made here, or one distinction to be made mainly, which is the most overpowered card at the time when it was new, or right now. Because right now, in Wild, there's still all cards are still available, but some of the cards that used to be really strong, like the original Dr. Boom, aren't nearly as oppressive anymore.
So I want to say the card that was most powerful at its time. So Dr. Boom is definitely a candidate then.
Yeah. I think another good candidate is probably... I mean, it's not very oppressive powerful, but it's very powerful was Deathstalker Rexar.
Deathstalker was very powerful, that's true. And still is to this day. The thing is, he became more and more powerful. He was one of the overall most powerful cards that have ever existed. Another good call is obviously Baku.
Yes.
Just because of, I mean, when Baku was in standard or was in the standard game, not in the Hall of Fame, every other deck was an odd deck of some sort. It was the Paladin, the Rogue, and the Warrior for the most part. There was Mage, there was Hunter. There was so much odd decks going around that Baku was, I think, the most ran card in the entire game or something, while being a legendary. So
probably still Firefly or something, but yeah,
maybe. But that was definitely a good candidate. Deathstalker Rexar would agree with. Another card that people have, or another cards that people have had, at least those types of conversations about, is every Druid card from the Frozen Throne, basically. Ultimate Infestation, Spreading Plague, those kind of cards were considered to be very powerful, in part, obviously, because Druid at that point was an impressively strong class. Jade Idol also was a thing for a while.
Yeah. I think the Frozen Throne cards, in particular, are problematic because they were all around at the same time.
Yeah.
If Druid had only had access to one of them at a time, and with the current state of ramp that it has now, they wouldn't have been nearly as oppressive.
If it was just Ultimate Infestation, I think it would still been a crazy good card. That card was still incredibly strong and valuable, and to this day is even in Wild. But just by itself, it wouldn't have been considered that oppressive. Whereas a card like Deathstalker Rexar or Baku the Moon Eater single-handedly enabled entire decks, strategies, ideas, or could win the game by itself. You could put Deathstalker in any given Hunter deck, and if you play him on 6, you have a chance to win that game. Basically, no matter what you have, because of the hero power being so strong.
Yeah, and another possible answer is basically every single card that was ever nerfed, especially the ones that weren't that recent. Mm-hmm. You got stuff like
Elysiana was recently nerfed. I'm not sure if that was overpowered. It was just a specific part of it.
The recent nerfs are a lot more against specific decks. Mm-hmm. But you got a lot of the older nerfs like Knife Juggler and Pyroblast. Oh boy, pre-nerf Pyroblast.
Yeah, people will tell you stuff like, obviously the classics, Reggie.
Tankmaster Overspark was hugely powerful before he was randomized.
When you could aim it.
Yeah, because then it was basically just a better polymorph.
Yeah, and now he's terrible.
Yeah, and cards like that I think are also like pre-nerf Giggling Inventor, man.
Giggling Inventor was also very good. Yeah.
It's not a card that single-handedly wins you the game, but oh god, was it powerful for 5 mana.
I think a lot of people will tell you the big names from the past: Reggie, Dr. Boom. A lot of people who are a little bit more about the modern school of Hearthstone and are more in the present day will be like, oh yeah, whatever is currently the strongest thing. We used to be like, oh, Shutterwalk is crazy, Ultimate Eye is crazy, now Dr. Boom, Mad Genius is crazy. That's kind of always how that progresses. Obviously, it's always going to be different cards. I think Baku, Rexar are definitely good cards for overall, or good choices for overall. And Dr. Boom, at its time, definitely one of the better ones. So kind of the cards that we mentioned, I think would be a pretty good answer. Let us know what you think is the most overpowered one. It's definitely not Zoo Warlock. Just kidding.
But he did ask another question.
Do you plan on doing an arena video? We can totally do that.
We also have
that, yes. We haven't done one this expansion,
No,
we?
That's true. We have not.
Yeah,
we have done this expansion.
We have played one.
We haven't done one this arena rotation,
yeah, we haven't done this arena rotation, which there's a new one. So, yeah.
We've done one at the start of the expansion to showcase the new arena system. Mm-hmm. And before that, we've done the arena guide.
Yeah. Which is still valid, by the way.
Which doesn't really care about the exact cards that are in Arena. It's more about the general stuff.
You can still do that. It's in our Hearthstone Guides playlist that you can find on our channel.
As a matter of fact, we have a Hearthstone Arena playlist.
That we do too.
Which there's not a lot of videos in there, but
they just had stuff up in playlists, which is great because that way it's easier to.
I mean, that's fine. The idea is exactly for those types of questions, like, oh yeah, I'm looking for this specific game mode. Okay, we have a playlist for that because we played more than one video of that.
That's usually the case. If you're looking for something specific, check playlists. If you cannot find anything at all, because there is a lot of videos, you can still ask and we can still do it, make it happen. But what we need to know is also what kind of arena videos you want to see. Do you want another guide, an updated arena guide? Do you just want gameplay? We can make both of those happen. Do you want like big ones, smaller ones, game by game? You want drafting ideas, drafting guides and reasoning behind that? or just updates on the rotation, let us know. And you can obviously tell us in the Discord or the comments of this video too. And yeah, we definitely are open to doing that.
And another pro tip for finding specific stuff, not just on our channel, but on any channel, something I think a lot of people overlook is that there is actually a search function on the channel page for every channel.
Correct.
So you can actually search just within the channel.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not that good, the search function.
Yeah.
But, you know, just enter the keywords and you might find what you're looking for.
Next question is by Nemts, and he is asking, when did you guys start playing Hearthstone? From the beginning? Question mark.
Yes.
So, in short, the answer is yes for JJ and no for me, and in long, the answer is the same. You started playing like way early, like during the beta or something.
I don't think it was quite the beta, because at the very least not a closed beta. I don't think there was ever an open beta. But I started playing closely after. Yeah. So it's definitely long before Nax came out.
He played before every single expansion came out. So probably around 2014, late 2014.
Yeah, probably. Like 2014, maybe just ever so barely 15, I don't know.
Yep. So for me, you can pinpoint that pretty well for yourself, because we have my first ever playing of the Hearthstone on this very channel. And basically the same week that video was made and came out was also the same week where I set up my account and started playing for myself. Yeah. It was during the time of the Frozen Throne, so that's already rotated out. So it was a while ago, not quite 2 years, but it's getting close now. With the next expansion is when the Frozen Throne was out 2 years. So it's been a while, not as long as JJ, by far not as long as JJ, but I've also been playing around for a while. Have lived through 2 standard rotations, and I think I'm decently experienced now, but you can only get better. So
I'm also gonna post links to all the videos and playlists we talk about in the description.
Obviously.
For all of those who are looking for the reference for like the Arena playlist or the video where you played Hearthstone for the first time.
Yeah.
We've both gotten a lot better since.
Yeah. You can also look at the video where Sergey is playing Hearthstone for the first time, by the way.
Well, now I gotta put a link to that as well.
Yeah, we can do that because we're getting him to doing that. So yeah, thanks for that question.
I still haven't received my Murgle.
Jev the Pleb on Duty EU is asking, what are you gonna do in the future when you hit 100,000 subscribers, and will you do a face reveal? If we hit 100,000 subscribers, what are we gonna do when we do that, JJ? I think let's get there first, okay?
That seems like an idea.
This might surprise you, but we do not have concrete plans for 100K.
That's a long way from where we are right now.
It's a long way, man. We're going for 2K right now.
I mean, we did kind of breeze past 1K all of a sudden and unexpected.
We kind of missed that, but 2K.
So, you know, if you can make the 100K happen overnight or something, we'll think of something. Don't worry about it.
Go ahead. We'll have something up for you. But yeah, 2K is next, then 5, then 10. So yeah, we're taking a bit smaller steps here. But if we ever hit 100K and we're still doing this, we're gonna throw a party or something. So do not fear any of that. We're not gonna snub you here. So something's gonna happen. As for our face reveal, we've gotten some questions about this, and yes, we are trying to and hopefully planning to do that as soon as next week's podcast. Surprise! So now we're not waiting to 100,000 subs with that. Next week's podcast, we are hoping to have a camera and are set up ready for that, so we can actually start doing that, so we can show all of you how bad of an idea that it is.
Yes. Also, show our channel to all of your friends and family, and maybe we will have 100,000 by then.
Yeah, maybe we will, but then we show our faces and then we don't. Morris is asking, which classes do you guys play the most? Now, we have stats for you here because we looked that up. So, JJ, would you like to start?
I can't guarantee to know which class I played the most.
Yeah.
But I think a good indicator is which class we have the most ranked wins with. Because, honestly, if I had played the second most won class a few times for quests and casual and in arena, that doesn't matter. So, I have the most ranked wins with my hunter at 319, and although you didn't ask, I'm gonna tell you anyways. The least played one for me is warrior at 11 wins in ranked. 11
wins in ranked, and 319 for as hunter. The other ones are also somewhere in between. Now,
yeah, I got mage, priest, and I believe also rogue in the 200s.
Now, for me, you might not notice, but in the old school days, I played a lot of Hunter. That was my, like, I got the Hunter to 500 before I did anything else, basically. So my most played is also Hunter at 583. I also have the Warlock and Paladin over 500, but these days I'm known as a warrior specialist, playing just control and bombs. Oh, big warrior, that's what Alex does. That's how people in Discord know him. He's the warrior guy. You know, he's a Warriors fan, plays Warrior in Hearthstone. Wasn't always the case. So I had all those other 3 classes at 500. There was for me, it's very much of a phase thing, where for JJ, he plays that sometimes. I played Hunter all the way through to 500, nothing else. Then I started, like, Kobolds and Catacombs came out. I hopped in the Q block, like, grinded it out for months and months to over 500 wins. And then Bach Witch with Odd Paladin. Just grinding out the Odd Paladin. That's the first deck I got to Legend with, and the only one so far. But that was my perfect deck. Odd Paladin was just the perfect deck for me. Played that for ages and ages. And was pretty successful with it. And right now, that class is Warrior. So those games take much longer because it's control. But that could potentially be the next class that starts pushing the 500 mark.
Yeah, for me, it's a similar thing, but for me, the phases are usually a bit shorter. Where when the expansion came out, I believe I played... Yeah, I mean, it's very well documented. I played Token Druid for quite a bit. Then I believe I switched over to the Tempo Rogue briefly. Then it was nerfed to death. I played Murloc and Zoo a little bit, but never really that much. And now I'm currently playing Token again, but in the mech variety, so, you know. My
least played class, by the way, is Mage at 23, which that number surprised me because I thought it was going to be much less than that. Because I never played Mage. Like, I just do not play Mage. I don't have Mage cards, I don't like the class, and I have not ever gotten around to playing a Mage deck.
I saw
in a dedicated fashion.
Ended up getting all the good Mage Legends out of packs.
I have good Mage. I have Khadgar and Unedited, but that's the only ones. And I don't really need much else. So I've never gotten around to playing Mage. Hunter, we agree on Hunter. Playing Hunter a lot. Not currently. I haven't touched Hunter in like a half year, I want to say. So that's like from back in the day.
Actually, talking about the phases that I've had during Rise of Shadows, I did play Bomb Hunter for quite a while too.
Yeah, you did.
I think Token, Tempo, and Bombs are the 3 decks that I've played the most.
So let's do like 2 more questions, then we get into the halftime show, and then we'll do the rest in topic 2. So we kind of split them up a little bit. DJ Discord asks, something tells me you created the account specifically to I don't know. We'll see.
For Discord, yeah. He created his Discord account specifically for Discord.
How many total victories do you have on your accounts? JJ, how many total wins do you have on your accounts? Give me some stats.
I have 2,090 total wins.
2,090 total wins.
118 of which are arena wins. By the way, 7 of those arena wins were from 1 run.
Yeah. So that means his highest arena run is 7 wins. Saying.
Also, we wrote down my total level is 444.
That's the combined level.
No one asked, but...
It's the combined level of all classes, but it's a nice number. As for me, my total wins is 3,097, pretty much exactly 1,000 more. And that's basically all comes down to those grind phases. Those 3, playing Hunter every day, all day. The Paladin and the Warlock phase in between. So that's just kind of when I started playing Hearthstone at a much higher frequency than JJ for a while. And that's where that win surplus comes out, even though I played for way shorter amount of time. My total level is 500, which is also a pretty nice number.
Yes. And
I think the max is 540.
Yes.
And like 20 or more than 20 of those points that I'm still missing of those 40 is Mage.
Yeah, 23 of those are Mage.
Yeah, because Mage is like in the 30s, everything else is in the 50s. 6 classes are at 60. So
I think it was 5, but yes.
Yeah, maybe that. But that's how I do. Mage is definitely lackluster. My arena wins are 296, so also quite a bit more. That surprised me too, because I only started playing arena like a year to a year into my Hearthstone career.
I've never really played much arena. I've played a run here and there, but I've never really... I never really got into arena.
That's again the thing, the binge playing. Like when I play arena, I play 30 runs in 2 or 3 days. Like I play arena all day.
Yeah.
If I do that. So there does not do that. I do that. My highest arena run was 12. I hit that once, which was fantastic. I did it with the Hunter. Also, Hunter. Very, very successful history with the Hunter.
There's actually an interesting thing here that a lot of people might underestimate, and that is that even though there is classes that are statistically better than others in arena,
which varies also.
Yeah, if there is two that are very close to each other, but you are more comfortable playing one of them, I would always pick that, even if it's slightly lower, because that really helps.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact when I don't remember what the exact circumstances were, but there was also, like, you could either play, like, Paladin or Hunter, both relatively successful, and, like, playing, like, thrown together mid-range Hunters is something that I've been doing since I started playing Hearthstone, and I have, like, 36 total Paladin wins, so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's so much easier to play with something that you're used to.
That's correct, obviously. And last question before the halftime show. Let's go with this one. Morris asking, again, Morris, he's fast. Do you watch...
He is fast.
Do you watch Hearthstone on Twitch? Short answer, no. Long answer, very little. If I watch Hearthstone, then it's usually tournaments, like when the World Championship goes down. But I don't watch it on Twitch. I usually just watch it on YouTube when it's uploaded, and like the kind of cut together highlights so I can skip along. I don't need to watch all the breaks in between and stuff. I generally don't watch Twitch. That's the thing. I do not watch Twitch for some reason. Yeah, I just don't watch Twitch. I also watch very little Hearthstone on YouTube, by the way. I play Hearthstone and I make Hearthstone for YouTube, but I don't really watch other creators that much. A little bit here and there to get us some news update or to look for some inspiration, look for different ideas. But other than that, I mostly play and compose and create myself in Hearthstone these days.
I mean, that's similar for me. I don't watch a lot of gameplay content in general. And of course, only part of that bit that I do watch is actually Hearthstone. And I never really got into Twitch. For a very brief period, I watched a little bit, like a few streamers here and there. But I don't get the whole Twitch thing. It's basically, at least in part, a regression from where we've gone. We've went from television to YouTube.
Yeah.
Which has the advantage of having the content on demand.
Yeah.
And then we're going back to scheduled programming.
I think the thing...
I know there's live interaction, which is why it makes sense.
Live interaction is the big thing for Twitch.
But I can't keep up with any streamers, because, like, I will watch content at a very irregular pace.
I know a lot of people like to watch live streams. We also enjoy making YouTube videos more than live streaming, and also live streaming is a hassle because you got to stick to specific schedules and you have to have the time for it, which is tough to do if you don't do it as a full-time job, which we currently do not have the financial means or income to do.
Yeah, and as I said, it's the same problem with viewing.
Yeah, if we ever really do this full-time and don't need to rely on other income, if we ever get into a position to be able to do that, we'll look into streaming, and we've gotten this request a couple of times. Then we'll set that up and try to stream a little bit. But
I mean, we can stream here and there maybe, anyways. But most of the stuff is just pre-recorded content, because we can record the stuff like up to an hour, up to a week in advance if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. And
theoretically even more, but at some point it becomes unreasonable.
And streaming is also a thing that you have to be reliably doing. You can't stream like once a month. That's not going to help you with anything.
I mean, it's the same thing with YouTube. You can't just upload once a month. You gotta stream
all day, every day as a literal full-time job. And right now, we still don't have the viewer base to be able to get the financial support to be able to do that. But maybe one day we will. And if we do that, we know definitely to thank all of you. But let's get into the...
And actually, probably still, we wouldn't do it on Twitch, because we can stream through YouTube.
Halftime show. Yes.
And all of our subscribers will then see that we're streaming.
Yeah, we can try both. But YouTube is definitely a good start.
Well, and we have the advantage, not that it's really a huge concern, that we are already partnered with YouTube. We are not yet partnered with Twitch.
Yep. We're not trying to tease too much here, by the way. It's not like they're gonna start streaming soon. No.
No.
We're talking like distant future here, a couple of years, many years, but the potential is always there. Depends on how the industry even develops. We don't know what's gonna go down in 5 years, but that's enough questions for now. Let's hop into the halftime show.
Yeah.
We are going to play the next round of quizzes, and today we've got M, N, and O, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that is correct.
So let's do this. See what we have. We're starting with M, and wizard friend of King Arthur is Merlin. Wet season in India and other countries. That's the monsoon.
I was about to say, I've heard that before, yeah.
Double O in the last one.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense, actually.
Mother of Bart, Lisa, and Maggie.
That would be Marge.
Marge Simpson. Anti-pain drug made from poppies. Blanking on words is what we're playing.
I'm not even sure if I know it.
I totally know this.
Made from poppies, okay.
I once was specifically informed about that when I was in a drug testing pool.
Okay.
That you can't eat poppies. So no, it's I don't think it's made from that, but it's like the same root or something. So if you eat those, you might test positive for that stuff.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. We can keep going.
Is it morphine, right? Morphine. Is it morphine? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Right, painkiller with M, yeah.
Hawaiian island is Maui? How the fuck do you spell that?
Wait, Maui?
Is it just Maui? Is it that?
Is it like some
just
of this?
without the W? I have no idea how to spell this shit. Yeah, okay, that's correct. French for world.
I totally should know this.
Yeah, you should.
But I don't.
It's monde. M-O-N-D-E. The chosen.
Oh, yeah, like Mundo in Spanish, which I do know for some reason. Well, I know because Johnny Mundo's finisher is La fin del mundo, the end of the world.
The chosen one.
Well, that would be Jesus. I mean, the Messiah.
Messiah.
No.
Larger neighbor of Minorca. Ooh, try Majorca. Crazy. Well, yeah, that's correct.
It's
Majorca.
Like,
it's a J. I think they're looking for the original word. Yeah.
Fair enough.
High IQ society.
Oh, that would be Mensa.
Most common last name in Mexico. What's a Mexican last name? Spanish last name with M.
Like Mendez or something? That's probably not that common, though.
Mendez, you can try it.
That's the first one that came to mind for some reason.
How about Martinez?
Martinez.
Yeah. Friend of Neo and Trinity.
Alright. I haven't watched Matrix in forever. Jesus Christ. Oh, Morpheus.
I've never watched that. Thanks. County of Ireland or something to put on a sandwich. Oh no, I got it.
The only thing I can think of is mayo.
Yeah, it's mayo.
That you put it on sandwiches. I don't know anything about Ireland.
City just south of Calexico. It's Mexicali.
What?
So funny. Yeah. Mexico, California, you get the gist. One L. What the fuck?
Kelly.
This is when you spell California with two.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just California, Mexico company. Skin pigment that albinos are missing.
Melanin.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes I get that confused with melatonin for some reason, but that's the sleep hormone. Oldest man in the Bible.
Oh, Methuselah.
Right. Methuselah, right? I don't know my Bible stuff.
Salem, right?
Is it Sela? Methuselah? The E? S-E-L-E-H or something?
What?
S-E-L-E-H or something?
S-E...
No. After the H-U-S-E-L-E-H.
L-E-H. Okay,
Salah. Okay, fine, whatever. Cocktail made with gasoline.
Molotov.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up a little bit. A plague of both your houses, he said. Dang it. Pointy mountain on the Swiss-Italian border. The Matterhorn.
Okay.
It matters. Florentine author of The Prince.
You can just tell me if you know it.
I don't know. It's the problem. Sensei who taught Daniel San.
Wait, is it from Karate Kid?
I don't. What is his name? Why are we back? Best-selling PC game of all time should be Minecraft. Let's get those done. Telekinetic hero of a doll story. God, why are we bad? Robin Hood's love interest.
I've seen the movie a while ago.
Wow, we're terrible.
I don't remember.
This. We're terrible. Rapper Elliot.
I don't know rappers.
Why are we so bad? Man, it started good. What happened here? Wow.
Miyagi. It's Mr. Miyagi, right? That's the sensei.
Wow, dude.
I don't know how. It's Miyagi,
damn,
something like that. I don't know how the fuck you spell it.
We're awful. The Florentine author of The Prince.
Well, anyways,
we're bad at this. Oh man.
So what was Miyagi?
Machiavelli.
Okay, I've heard of that guy before.
How the fuck did we miss that? Come on. How stupid are we?
So, I couldn't spell Miyagi for the life of me.
Yeah.
But it was correct.
That's how I would have spelled it, actually. But, oh, God, Machiavelli. Oh, God. Dude,
Marion, I for some reason blanked on.
Machiavellism
Matilda I've heard about as well.
Machiavellism is one of the 3 factors of the Dark Triad. Jesus. Along with...
I've heard of Machiavelli before.
Yeah,
I've never heard of the prince.
Yeah, psychopathy.
The only prince
and
that I've heard of is the singer.
Fucking hell. Okay, yeah, I totally should have known Machiavelli. That was crazy bad.
Only 40% of people knew.
Yeah. Mexicali 10%. People don't enjoy fun useless facts anymore these days. It's crazy.
Well, no, I didn't know it either. Miyagi was actually also only known by 38, but that again might have been the spelling.
God, Elliot Missy. I've heard of him, but dude, Machiavelli is a huge blunder. We did terrible in this one. Wow.
A lot of people did terrible on this. Yeah. Like, look at some of the stuff, like Messiah.
Yeah.
Minecraft. I mean, even Martinez should be doable.
I think we've also gotten weaker though. That was not.
We scored 18 out of 24. The average score is 13.
Yeah, but we missed.
Dude, normally the average score is like between 16 and 18.
Yeah, but still we missed like 6.
Well, yeah, but most people did worse on this one.
That's weak, but doesn't matter. I want to win them. All right, let's go to N. World's longest river is the Nile with an E at the end. Spanish for Christmas is
Navidad.
Navidad, yeah. French for Christmas is Noel.
Oh, right, yeah.
Scotland's largest loch by volume is Loch Ness.
Right,
so
yeah, the one that people know.
Monster in there.
For some reason, when you said loch, the first one that came to mind was Longmont.
Yeah.
For some reason, yeah.
16th century Frenchman who made famous prophecies.
Nostradamus.
Alex Stradamus.
There's a book about Nostradamus lying to your right, yes.
It's literally in reach. Best way to share MP3s in 1999. Did you share
Napster?
MP3? Is it Napster? It is. Wow. Mr. Mandela.
Nelson.
Arch enemy rival is a nemesis.
Oh, right. Nemesis, yeah.
Where Aslan the lion lives.
Narnia.
Oh, I don't know about
took way too long.
That universe. Biggest airport in Japan.
Fuck do I know?
I'm feeling stupid.
I don't know airports.
I'm feeling so stupid. It joined Canada in 1949 as Newfoundland. It was the Newfoundland back then. Ha. Ha ha ha. So fun. Major city in the French Riviera. Nice.
What?
That's a nice question. The answer is nice. But I think it's Nice. But it's spelled like with a C. But it's literally spelled like nice.
Oh, it's literally... Okay.
Yeah. Country that borders South Africa. Namibia, I guess. Yeah, that's the only one that seems reasonable. Last name of 40% of Vietnamese is... I'm gonna not even say it. I'm just gonna spell it out. NGYU.
Oh, it's Nguyen.
It's Nguyen. Yep.
Is that how it's spelled?
No, NGU.
Oh,
YEN.
That's how it's spelled. Yeah.
City upon the Tyne. Newcastle. Or to be precise, Newcastle upon Tyne. Sure. Where William the Conqueror came from. Normandy. A Greek goddess of victory or athletic apparel company. Nike, yeah. 2000 presidential spoiler. Oh, what was that bastard's name? I forget. I remember that story. I remember that. Mr. I have no chance of winning the presidency, but I'm gonna show up in Florida anyway and steal like a couple hundred votes from Al Gore, Mr. Dude.
He was inspired by watching an apple fall. Newton.
Yeah. 4-letter abbreviation of New Orleans. NOLA. Capital of Kenya is Nairobi.
I probably misspelled that.
N-A-I. In the beginning. N-A-I.
Nairobi. Oh, yeah. Right. Fair.
At the back of the neck. Right.
Isn't it usually just referred to as the neck?
It's like a medical term or something. Nah, doubtful. Sneaky warrior in feudal Japan is a ninja.
It's a ninja.
And brand of hazelnut chocolate spread should be Nutella.
Oh, yeah, right.
What was the name of this one dude who ran in Florida and cost Al Gore like a couple thousand votes?
What's the biggest airport in Japan? Is it named after like a town or something?
I don't know.
Like the city it's in? Because that's usually how airports work. Yeah. They're usually named after a person or a place.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Japanese people. Oh man, I know the politician guy. I know that guy.
Okay.
N.A. something. I'm blanking on the name. He was basically the guy who ran in Florida just for fun, and he got a couple hundred votes, and that was just enough to tip the state for Bush.
Yeah.
Because those people otherwise would have voted for Al Gore.
Yeah, I've heard of that before, but I'm
blanking on the name. Let's just go with the next one. Let me take my L. Nader. That dude, right? Nape is the back of the neck, and Narita is the biggest airport in Japan.
Apparently, Nape was very well known.
Apparently. Interesting. NOLA 35 is surprising. Napster. More people knew Napster than knew Nader and NOLA. That's weird to me. Narita was the least known one, so we don't have to feel that bad about it. 99% knew Nile. That makes sense. Nelson Mandela. Only 72% knew a ninja. It's kind of surprising. And Newcastle also surprises me. Like, the city of Newcastle upon Tyne. This seems to be I don't know. But still, not very good. It's okay, but not very good.
We have one more try.
We have one more try to win one. Let's see what we got. We got, Constellation with a Bell. Orion, yep. Island of fertility in a desert is an oasis.
Oh, right. The description just threw me off.
The opposite of an oxidant.
Wait, so that an oxidant is something that oxidizes, I guess?
What's the opposite? Oh man, that's again blanking on words. Wow.
Shape of the president's office.
It's oval. Animal that plays dead is an opossum. Oldest university in England is Oxford.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi's home island. That's Karate Kid again, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's the same dude, but fuck's sake, do I know where he's from?
Shrek's species.
Oh, he's an ogre.
Ogre. I would have said orc for now, but okay. Friends of Doctors Phil and Oz.
I should probably know what they're talking about. Maybe, I don't know.
Why are there so many questions that I've never heard of? What the hell? Who is Doctors? Capital of Canada, yeah, Ottawa. 1984 author is George Orwell. Best book in the world, most important book in the world, everyone read it. Donnie and Mary's last name.
I can tell you this much. It starts with O.
Dude, why is my brain at home? What happened?
I don't know. Okay, I'm telling you this much. There's a decent chance it's Irish because it starts with an O, and they all start with an O, like like O'Hare and stuff like that. Like all that.
She, cute sea mammal that holds hands. Otters. Sit on a potato pan. Oh, that's the freaking proverb. How does it fucking go? Sit on a potato.
I don't know.
A contradiction in terms, jumbo shrimp.
It's an oxymoron.
It's an oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
National,
the loveliest
yeah,
one.
National gemstone of Australia is an opal.
Well, to be fair, there's only 2 gemstones that start with an O, right?
I think so. Baltimore bird is an oriole. Because judging from the baseball team, the Baltimore Orioles.
Oriole, like
No. O-R-I. O-L-E.
Fair enough.
King who married his own mother. Oedipus.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. I think it's O-E.
I was going to say, there's something missing there.
O-E-D-I-P-O-S. P-U-S.
P-U-S. I was going to say it's you, right?
City across the bay from San Francisco. Oakland. Also known as Shitty Pot Town. Just kidding. City in France. There's a new one in the U.S.
Oh, Orléans.
Yeah, it's Orleans. No reason for you to pronounce it like that, but you went out and did it anyway. Dim with a dog lives with Garfield.
Was it Otis or something?
Odie.
O-D.
With I-E at the end, yeah. Gumbo ingredient.
I have no clue.
Skateboarding jump is an ollie. Where the fat lady sings should be an opera.
Yeah. Is it just opera or is it opera?
Opera.
Yeah.
Dude, we are terrible. We are legit certified stupid. Oh man, we are getting some. We need to be wearing the dunce hat.
Okay, so the oxidization thing, right?
Yeah.
Is it just the oxidant? Is that how it is? Oxidant? Nah, that's not no. It's it. I think I'm still thinking of the same word. I'm just trying to spell it more like oxygen. But that's what it's talking about. It's talking about oxidization, right? Is that?
I'm not sure.
Is it?
I'm not sure.
That would be spelled with an X, right? Yeah. If it was what? But I've never heard of it.
Accident. Oh god, we are so bad. What are we?
Is it about oscillation?
Probably not. Mr. Miyagi's home
oscillation, but what it would be.
Those next two I have no way of knowing. So okay, we're blanking on the proverb obviously and gumbo ingredient.
Well,
don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. We have 30 seconds here, people.
I think the lesson of the day is just that we're bad.
Yeah, the lesson of the day is we are fucking dumb. What? How are we missing?
Also, by insisting that we're dumb, you basically keep insisting that the average is even dumber because we usually beat the average.
We have so many... Like, this is the worst we've ever done.
We're only... Well, today you mean, overall. Or
yeah, overall in a podcast. I don't think we've ever done this bad, have we?
Yeah, I think it's true. Because this one is also 6 missing just like the last time.
Wow,
like the first one.
We never missed that much, man. We're not even close.
But I feel like the quizzes are also getting harder because they're starting to, go out of their way more to find questions. What is the thing? I assume that's the reason why, as far as I know, there's no answers number 3 quizzes.
Orient. Because... Oh my god, that's what they were going on?
I still don't know what...
Okinawa.
Oh.
And actually Oprah. Oh, dude, they were talking about talk shows?
Yes.
That Dr. Phil? Okay. Donnie Mary Osmond. Okay. Still on the telephone. Otis. Yeah. Okra. Okay. Okra, I had no idea.
Who are these people? Why do 68% of people know them?
Because we're dumb. 33% Ollie. People, are you not into skating culture? What the hell?
Well, I mean, I've heard of it before, but I wouldn't have been able to pull it out.
Oprah was okay. Those are the Oprah one. People would have known way more, including us, if it wasn't worded that vaguely or like misleadingly, because they were literally just talking about talk show fucking hosts.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. For I'm probably not the first time ever, but something that happens very rarely is that the most known one is not the first one.
What was the first one again?
Orion,
right. So,
which is the third most known one.
Yeah, so maybe I want people to know the Oval Office at the office.
I misspelled Ottawa.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Okay. You can't tell anymore because it automatically corrects it once it accepts it, but still.
Man, Oriole is kind of weak sauce. There's a baseball team called the Baltimore Orioles.
Well, yeah, because clearly everyone should know baseball.
Oakland surprises me massively. How do you not know Oakland? You know?
Well, I mean, to be fair...
The shitty part of the Bay Area?
To be fair, I feel like knowing a random country's geography isn't necessarily something that everyone does.
It's not... It's first of all, it's the United States, right? And it's the Bay Area. Like...
but just because you care about the Bay Area, everyone else
every tech thing ever is in the Bay Area. And Oakland is known. Like, Oakland is known for crime and being the ugly little brother to the real Bay City. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm kind of not very impartial here, but yeah, we did terrible. 79% no Orwell. That is it Orwell? Yeah, that also is a bit disturbing to me. You read 1984. Everyone, PSA, read 1984. It's the most important book that was ever written. Read it. Sell them, not don't sell it. Give it away for free on the streets, distribute it, read it. Live by it, pray to it. It's the most important piece of literature ever composed, and that probably will ever be composed. That's the halftime show. Let's get back to
17 was the average score.
We barely got that. Yeah, there's no excuse for what we just did. That was a horrible showing. We vow betterment next time. That was just god awful. Let's get back to, not the questions, we gotta do Fact of the Week first.
Correct.
So, you want me to... No, you go first. What's your Fact of the Week? I gotta pick one first.
Okay, so, have you ever heard of Johnny Cash?
I've heard of Johnny Cash.
Did you know how...
These days I prefer Johnny Credit Card, but that's just me being a modern person, so...
Did you know how many songs the man covered? I actually don't have an exact number. The point is just that he covered a lot.
Like a bunch.
Yeah. So, right now, very well known as his cover of Hurt.
Right.
Which is originally by Nine Inch Nails. But the man covered a lot of songs. He did the ones that everyone did, like The Night That Drove Old Dixie Down and Riders in the Sky and that kind of stuff. Oh. He also did Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Did he? Okay.
Yes.
Simon and the G-Dubs.
And the thing is, his covers aren't even bad for the most part.
Is that a good one?
Bridge Over Troubled Water? Yes. Just listing a bunch of the covers that he did because I think it's interesting. Bridge Over Troubled Water, in particular, is the one that I wanted to point out. Right. It's not as good as the original, but it's not bad.
Right. I have pretty much all history facts, and then I have one Hearthstone fact. They're all pretty cool.
I think we should pick one of the history facts and have people come back next week for the Hearthstone fact.
Let's do that. So, because we're talking about Hearthstone so much, we can do the Hearthstone fact another time. What kind of history fact do you want? There's a lot of them. That's old history, newer history, music history, modern history.
You know what? Let's keep it in theme a bit. Go music history.
Music history. Okay, you want classical music history or modern music history?
How modern are we talking?
Like Billy Joel.
Let's go with Billy Joel.
Okay. So, did you know that Billy, the man Joel himself, always gives away front row tickets for his concert for free to people in the streets instead of selling? No, not to people in the streets. To people who have purchased tickets for the back.
Yes, you've told me that before.
Have I?
Yes.
Then we'll take another fact. But he does that in order to have quote-unquote real fans instead of rich assholes that just show up to concerts and purchase front row tickets in the front row.
I'm not sure if you've used that as a fact before, but you've definitely told me.
If I have, I'm going to just use another fact. You want the other music fact? Or?
Sure.
Okay, so...
Let's keep it really in theme.
We got two facts to the price of one for people listening. And this is a classical one. So you've heard of Beethoven, right?
I have, in fact, heard of him.
So you know that
Didn't he go deaf like long before he
was deaf.
Finished his career?
Exactly, he was deaf. So what he would do is the man wasn't only a good composer but a genius. He would fix a metal rod to his piano and then he would bite down on it so he could hear what he was playing in his head.
Oh, I never knew that.
That's what he did. Pretty smart. Pretty smart, because the dude still composed stuff when he was deaf. So
I was assuming he was just so good at kind of like
just figuring stuff
whatever
out.
Whatever the audio equivalent of visualizing is.
Yeah.
We've had that issue before, I believe.
So no, he had a metal rod, he would fix it to his piano, and he would bite down on it. And that way, try that. That works, by the way. You can, there's toothbrushes that play frequencies of a song, and you can only hear it if you brush your teeth with it.
Fair enough, I mean, that makes sense.
And that's how he could hear what he was playing in his head. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean...
But that's a fact about Beethoven, and one about Billy Joel. That's two music facts for the price of one, because I'm a very generous person. Let's get back to the topic at hand, Q&A. Morris, question. When did you guys start making videos together? 106 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Well,
very straightforward.
I would argue it's probably 107 or 108 that we first started recording videos.
The podcast, and this is the thing, right? The podcast for TrashcanTV is the equivalent to Waffle Houses, right? It's the most reliable indicator of what's going on.
I love that fact.
Yeah. Go look it up. We're not going to explain the whole thing. Look it up. Waffle House, the Waffle House indicator thing. Google it if you're interested. But look at the most recent podcast number. That's how many weeks we've been doing YouTube.
Yeah, I think we started like test recordings and that kind of stuff like
in June of 20...
I was about to say 2 or 3 weeks before we ever released a video.
June of 2019 is when the whole thing started.
And yeah, we released the first video in June of 2017.
So there you go. That's the whole answer. Jeff the Pleb on duty. This is just Jeff the Pleb.
Used to just be Jeff the Pleb, yeah.
You've been elongating your name every single time. What's up with that? Will you guys do a complete gameplay? He's talking about specifically Dalaran Heist, because we've been cutting those gameplays into 2. And the reason we do that is because if we don't, they become really, really long. And surprisingly, most people don't really like videos over an hour of gameplay. We try to keep those a little bit more consumable, I want to say. You want to keep those a little bit shorter, not like 5 to 10 minutes, but a good length for gameplays that we found is between 20 and 30 minutes. So we try to keep stuff there, and sometimes they grow even longer. So that's why we've been doing the cutting thing. I understand why you want to see the whole thing in one, but it's supposed to be also kind of a cliffhanger, right? So you can watch one, then give your opinion on what we're doing, and maybe we can already improve on some of that in the second part.
I mean, here's the trick, right? Just wait till the last part comes out and just watch the full thing.
Watch them both together.
Especially the Dalaran Heist, except for Chapter 5, it's very clearly just 2 parts. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to really... part 2 is out, let's watch both of them at once.
But, so the answer to that is probably not, because it's more digestible in 2 parts. And, again, you can watch them both. We're not spending weeks and weeks between uploading parts. They're usually on back-to-back days or close to each other.
Well, I try to avoid the back-to-back days. But there are going to be a few, definitely.
They're within the same week almost.
Generally, I try to keep the content a little bit varied.
Yeah.
But it's usually 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, so that's kind of the idea on that. And the Hearthstone solo challenges serve pretty well for splitting into 2 exact parts. If by the way, everyone in the world ever wants to see us do it in one video,
we'll do it.
Start a revolution, chop our heads off, and make us do it. It's power to the people. Don't do the head chopping thing. Don't be French.
I was about to say it doesn't work.
Yeah, don't be French. Be American in your revolution. Just take over. How Aurora asking how to be epic Hearthstone gamer. How to be epic Hearthstone grabber. What the fuck? Okay.
So I guess to be an epic Hearthstone gamer, you have to be slightly worse than if you're a legend Hearthstone gamer.
How to be an epic Hearthstone gamer, play for a while, and play a lot. I think you were asking just how to be good, right?
Yeah, I guess.
How to become good. Play a lot, play for a while, follow everything that TrashcanTV says, maybe sometimes not, because we're by no means excellent, but we're okay. And opinion on what the best heist class is, and I'm going to turn that over to JJ.
Oh boy. I think, at least in part, it depends on which chapter you're playing, because the twists definitely matter. I do think that, in my experience, and I believe I've played all of them at least once, Mage definitely seems very strong, relatively consistently, but I also know that if you're drafting the correct treasures and everything for what you're trying to do, I think you can at the very least make every class work somewhat.
Yeah, I like the Bomb Warrior thing, but...
I think that's actually one of the weaker things. I think really strong is just anything that can if it needs to be really aggressive. So I think Hunter does really well, just because the hero power is always good.
Yeah. And the best strategy to beat Dalra and Heist is to lock out on Bob and treasures, really.
Yeah,
that's really how they go.
At the end of the day, I think what helps you the most is probably playing something that you're comfortable with. Yeah. I said this before today. But it's true.
Yeah.
I think it's better to play a class that you're used to playing, and then maybe even drafting a similar playstyle if it's possible with the buckets, instead of trying to make something happen that you're not comfortable with and then not playing it optimally because you're not used to it.
Solo challenges are very diverse, and you can make everything sort of work. Okay, Dusty Kevin coming in next with a bunch of questions. What arena tracker and deck tracker do you use? JJ, what do we use in videos?
Well, in videos we only use the Hearthstone deck tracker, that is HS Replay's tracker. You can go to hsreplay.net, I believe. I'm going to put a link in the description, and you can download the tracker from there. We have, for the arena video, used the arena tracker,
which is also the one that I personally use all the time at home, because it's less clutter to me. I think it's cleaner and I like it better. JJ likes to have all the stats.
Yeah.
Like indication stats for everything. I don't want that much stuff cluttered over the screen. I just want the deck list and draft help in the arena. So those are the ones that we are using.
Again, link to both of those are in the description if you want to download those for yourself.
How many more days will it take before any bloopers come?
Yeah, so Dusty Kevin has previously asked about an outtake video for the bloopers that we cut out. There isn't that much of actual like conversation or stuff that happens that we cut out. It's mostly just a lot of stuttering and coughing and that kind of stuff. We do sometimes...
There's funny moments.
Yeah, so podcasts are barely cut at all. Like
podcasts
usually,
we try to keep as clean as possible. Yeah. So this is usually I edit as little as possible.
And the longer gameplay videos as well, I believe. I don't think we can really cut like South Park's and Life is Strange.
I try to do it as little as possible, because then you also have to cut the on-screen thing and to make it work together, and it's weird, and I like to keep those as fluent as I can.
So to have a little bit of a comparison to one of the video types that has the most editing in it, I will put a link in the description. Oh god, there's going to be a lot of links in this description. To an unlisted video that is just a completely uncut version of the Hearthstone report where we talked about the new Hall of Fame cards. Because the uncut version is 28 minutes long. Yeah. The cut version, I believe, is 20 minutes long. So this one is like one of the bigger ones. That's just if you want to know...
Completely uncut.
Exactly. If you want to know what an uncut video looks like.
That's what it would sound like.
And if you think that we should like save some of those side conversations that end up being cut, we can make maybe like an outtake video like every few months.
Yeah, but we don't have that much. Now we can definitely save some of the funny bits that we gather up here and there and make one happen at some point, but there's really not as much as you would think in terms of funny fail compilation bloopers that I guess what you were asking for.
But the problem is the funniest fails we have is usually when we fuck up the fact to record in the first place.
Yeah.
We've had errors where we didn't record audio for a video.
Yeah.
I think we've actually...
Several times.
I gotta see if I still have that. I don't think I do, but we've recorded a pack opening of all of the packs that had accumulated on our alternate servers, like the Asia and America servers.
And we didn't get the footage.
We set the wrong recording and we didn't get any of the images.
It was us commenting.
It was just the commentary.
Over a black screen and going crazy for insane pulls.
For double acid was what we were going crazy for.
Fucking insane.
So, but that's the problem. Most of the time when stuff actually, like big stuff doesn't make it, it's because we didn't record it properly. We mentioned this, I think I'm talking about the future now. I think I'm talking about next week. Life is Strange Before the Storm episode 2.
Featuring Sergey.
We talk about it a little bit because we fucked that recording up once too.
Oh,
and that is literally unusable because it didn't format correctly.
You'll see.
So we literally can't even access the file.
Still very salty about that incident. Third question he asks, what is the best shrine in Rastakhan's Rumble in your opinion? Now again, it's kind of a similar thing as what's the best class in Dalaran Heist. I like Shravala's Vengeance a lot. I thought that would be...
that's the best one.
I thought it was also going to be your answer because it's just crazy and outrageous sometimes.
Okay, I played the Rumble run once. You have 3 shrines to pick from. I saw Shravala's Vengeance. I was like, this sounds good. I played through the thing. Next day when we were recording, I was like, oh yeah, like the Rumble runs are easy. Yeah. And you're like, what? No, they actually are nearly as easy as some of the other modes.
Because you had the best shrine right from the top.
Yeah, it turns out that I just literally had the best one of the best shrines on the first run, and it's like Shravala's Vengeance is easy mode.
Shravala's Vengeance is a pretty good shrine. DJ Discord, where are you guys from? In parentheses, this may have been made very clear many times, but I don't usually listen to podcasts. Sorry, Pepe Hands. First of all, listen to me, DJ Discord. Why don't you listen to podcasts? What's up with that? Is that too casual, too informal for you? Is there too little editing, too much swearing and colloquial language? What's up with that, my dude? But the answer is obviously we are from Jupiter. Also, we're from the future. We're from future Jupiter. That's a fact. That's not a fact. We are from Germany, which is in Europe, more specifically Western Germany, which is on the western side of the previous Berlin Wall. We're kind of like an hour move from Cologne. That's like the closest thing we can give you that you would understand.
We have, in fact, mentioned that a few times. I think the one where it came up the most was the first podcast we did with the Trash Talkers.
Yeah, Hollywood and Smokey. Shout out to them, by the way. They are in the Discord server too. Hollywood 6 and Smokey Ramirez. We've collaborated with those guys on a couple of transatlantic podcasts because they're from Georgia. And we're going to do more of that in the future. So if you want some cultural diversity, you can check those out.
So yeah, Trash Talk Podcast 99 if you want to get the whole Germany thing dissected way too much.
And no, we don't like the German accent, and no, we don't have it. What is the best deck tracker?
Asked by Lil Fantoshi?
And you're going to get 2 different answers. JJ's going to say his, I'm going to say mine. Depends on if you like all the stats or you like it a bit cleaner. If you like all the stats and everything all over the screen, then it's the, what's it called, Hearthstone deck tracker?
Yeah, the HS deck tracker from HS Replay. I think it's probably the best one. It's also very flexible.
Yeah, I like Arena Tracker better. Obviously, I'm going to make the counter argument. It's cleaner to me. But
I mean, you can, most of the stuff that you don't like about the Hearthstone deck tracker, you can disable.
Try them both out and see which one you like better. Now we get into the fun parts because we've played this game before. But Moors is commenting hot with a 4 JJ, hit it or quit it. She's a perfect 10, whatever that means. She likes all your hobbies. By that I mean
that means she's definitely tied to
I know. Yeah, I know what that means. I'm just saying it's pretty subjective, but whatever.
Yes.
She likes all your hobbies. She has $1 million, but she smokes.
I was about to call it out too. Yeah, you missed about smoke, but yeah.
Smokes. So I already said this. Pointed out this loophole, which I'm not gonna let you use. That that just means she's smoking fools that pick up basketball or something. She smokes presumably cigarettes or weed or some kind of drug.
Okay, so at this point you're just trying to make the point of how I generally categorically say no to smokers, and you're trying to stack up all the advantages on the other side.
He's trying to go with all that stuff. Also, what if one of JJ's hobbies is to quit smoking, and she likes all your hobbies?
Well, I guess that would be a weird cop-out answer because clearly my hobby is not quitting to smoke because I don't smoke.
Your hobbies is not hanging out with smokers.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Whatever. So, what's your answer? What's your answer, JJ?
The answer is very simple. Depends on the whole smoking situation because, like,
intend to stop.
Well, the thing is, right? As long as she doesn't smoke indoors and she doesn't necessarily smell like smoke all the time, we might be able to work this out.
Yeah. So I have no business answering this because the question wasn't intended for me, but it's like, okay, you had me at $1 million, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I might put up with a smoker for $1 million. I would still evaluate the situation in terms of how's the intent to quit, and have you ever tried vaping? If you have not, here's a vape pen. You're done smoking forever. We're done. Good job. Let's get married. $1 million. DJ Disco with the next question, make it or break it. This one is for me, by the way. She has 380 gold quests every day of your life, but she's a Seahawks fan and she smokes. Oof, this one's tough. I might have to say no to this one. See, the thing is, the 30 gold quest,
80,
you don't,
but yeah,
the 80 gold quest, doesn't need to be a wife or romantic relationship or whatever. It's just be a buddy. If JJ had 380 gold quests every day, I'd be his best buddy forever. I probably will this way either. But you don't have to be. I don't have to be dating someone for that. So I'll just be friends with her.
Yeah. Also,
not be around if football is coming to the table or so. Or so.
Also, the other thing is, and I'm not saying it's a stupid question, but it kind of is, because as much as we like the 80 gold quest, at the end of the day. Okay, you're saying 3 every day.
Man, Hearthstone is not as big as life, dude.
Yeah, you're saying 240 Hearthstone gold each day.
Each day.
That is, if you're mathing that out in pack buying, that is about like $6-7.
There's also no inherent value, by the way, in the person. It's just she happens to have that account for some reason, which I just want to get access to.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, $6-7 a day. Mm-hmm. I mean, it adds up, but it's not like you can.
It's good Hearthstone gold. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but you can't use it in real life or anything, and it's still not that much money.
Yeah, but I'd give up Hearthstone.
It's not a huge upside.
Yeah. I'd consider giving up Hearthstone in total if I had some of the other options, like $1 million or something. I wouldn't. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But I might have to decline on that and just get the quest some other way. DJ Discord asking, what do your viewership demographics look like? Well. We have the stats pulled up.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty simple.
Hey, this is stuff I like to talk about.
Yeah, 99% of our viewers are men.
99.3% to be exact.
Yep. That's most of them.
Okay, so
you haven't figured
first
out
of all, right now we're looking at the lifetime stats because those are probably the most telling. But I do also have, for quick comparison later on, the 90-day stats because of the more recent.
Let's sort by age next. So, how's the age category looking?
Well, 2.3% of our viewers are 13 to 17.
It's not a lot.
Which is actually a lot lower than we thought, especially because some people on Discord have mentioned being like 14 and 15. Then again, a lot of people lie on their YouTube accounts.
The vast majority.
The second largest demographic, according to Lifetime, is 18 to 24 at 42.3%.
And then, like say, 47% roughly. 46.9.
45%.
Or 45, okay.
Is
24 to 30.
25 to 34.
Yeah. So the vast majority, almost 90% of our viewers are between 18 and 34. They're young dudes playing video games.
I mean, it's...
Like us.
I mean, I was about to say, we fall into that demographic ourselves.
Exactly.
And
that's just that.
I was about to say all of our friends do too, but we have some people that are barely under.
Almost.
But yeah. So
we also have the occasional female friend.
I specifically
very occasional. I
was specifically talking about the age category, but yes, technically she's female.
And the one person.
You know that there's only one.
Technically. I for one want to say that I have 2 female friends, or people that I would consider friends, but 35 to 44 is about 9.6%, 9.5%, so that's pretty much all of it. There's there's
0.7 for 45 to 54, and there's 0.1% for 55 to 64.
Yeah. So
which I think is actually to some degree the most interesting because...
But that's so little that's just random, accidentally people stumbling upon that.
But because we generally don't... Yeah. It might also be because some of our older content was a bit more varied.
Yeah. So our audience very much is young dudes who play video games, which makes total sense. And let's just look at countries too. We have 31% audience from the United States, which also makes sense. That's one of the I think the largest
English-speaking country.
English-speaking country. A lot of people play Hearthstone there. That's by far the highest country population there for us. Then we have a couple of
Germany because
4.8 United Kingdom, couple of bit of Europe there, but that's only very small percentages. The vast majority is United States.
And again, you got stuff like you got Germany because that's where we're from. That's where the content location is.
United Kingdom 4.8,
and Canada because they're English speaking, and you got Brazil just because they're big.
Yeah, Brazil is a large country.
They're a big country that actually has internet.
And Brazil, number 5, is only 2% of our viewership. So that means that still, like, most of it is gonna be very much spread across the entire world. But
actually, if you're looking at right now the top demographics for the last 90 days, most of the ratios actually are very similar.
Yeah.
I think 13 to 17 has gone up a little bit in percentages.
United Kingdom is a bit higher than Germany.
Yeah,
Which
United Kingdom has overtaken Germany, and Australia is now the fifth.
Yeah.
It's fifth largest one instead of Brazil.
Yeah. So it's
also by like 0.5%.
It's English-speaking countries by far United States most. So there's our demographic. That's how you know how the average person of you listening or in the Discord server looks like.
Yeah, chances are you're male and between the ages of 18 and 34.
You're a young American male adult. I'm so sorry.
Fair enough.
In 20, oh man, couldn't be much worse. I think in terms of fate. I'm kidding.
Well, no, there's a lot worse.
I'm kidding, but yeah, that's how it looks. So
isn't enough from the stuff that people have like self-reported in the Discord. There seems to be a lot more variety going on.
Yeah, which is okay. We do not mind variety.
No, but I'm saying it's somewhat interesting because at the very least, I would suggest that our Discord demographics are very different from our.
I mean, the majority of people overall still are not from the United States.
Yes.
It's just that's by far the highest. It's like there's a small percentage from every country of the world. So it is pretty diverse. Just the single highest is obviously America. So next question by One Cup Tea. I think you're missing the off there. I don't know.
There is a decent chance that person belongs to the second biggest country demographic, that is United Kingdom.
One Cup Tea, are you from the United Kingdom? Let us know. And if so, why? And why do you put milk in there? I don't know. Alex, can you play a chess game against JJ and Sergey while blindfolded?
I think
we've done this for fun
this
one time. We've done it for fun one time.
That exact thing.
The exact thing. I like how you come up with that idea, though. JJ, would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, sure.
I also would. There's a third party involved, however. Unfortunately, Sergey is not here, which means that we're gonna call him.
Yeah, of course.
Like right now, let's call Sergey. Because why not? Let's go. Let's call Sergey. And see what he has to say. We're doing this live, by the way. We'll see if he agrees to this. So hopefully he does. But we're dialing him right now. Sergey, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
So here's the deal. Oh, that's so good. Here's the deal, right? We are currently in a podcast. Say hello to YouTube. We're recording this whole thing as part of podcast number 106, which you weren't supposed to be a part of, but you are now, because this is a Q&A episode, and we have a question that involves you, and we couldn't make the decision without you, so we had to give you a call. So are you good for that? Are you in the right mindset to make a decision here?
I think, yeah.
Say hello to the people first of all.
I don't have a lot of time.
That's fine. So, here's the question. Someone wanted to know if we could at some point play a game of chess with me facing both of you, that is you and JJ, while blindfolded.
Yes.
Would you be willing to do that? That's a good idea, right? I like that idea.
Now?
No. Not now. At some point later. Doesn't have to be now. We'll get you in the studio at one point.
I was about to say, we'll record that.
We'll record that with you whenever we get the time to do so. We just wanted to get your consent to do that. So you'd be up for that?
Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We just mentioned that we did that once off the air just for fun. Nice to have you appear on the podcast, Mr. Sergey. That fills our cultural diversity requirement. And now you can fuck off. That's all we needed. See you around, and thank you very much.
See ya.
What?
What a guy. So
that just happened?
Yeah, now we gotta know off the phone with him. Sergey seems to be down with what we're trying to do, which means that yes, we are going to do that, and we're going to record that whenever Sergey shows up for the studio next time. And which should be tomorrow, by the way, at the point of we're recording this.
Well, yeah, but we can't necessarily guarantee that
the video will be out tomorrow. No, probably not. But we are doing it. So yes, and see how it does. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see, because this is a very dubious situation. Because let's be honest, it's mostly going to be Sergey playing.
No, it's just going to be.
There's not going to be too much input from Jay.
It's just going to be me sitting there going like, yeah, sure, let's do that. Yeah.
So if you know anything about, if you know chess ratings, so kind of you can estimate the chances there. So Sergey is rated close to 1100, and I'm rated close to 2000. So that's quite significant. If we were playing over the board, that means I probably win around 95% of games. That's quite a lot. If I'm blindfolded, it's going to be a different story. We've tried this a couple of times, and it's been pretty tough. After like 20, 30 moves, it's tough, right? Because you, looking at the board, you always have everything in your mind, and and when you're not, you tend to forget something. At some point, you just forget one piece or one move that was made somewhere, and the whole game falls together because you're blundering. So we're gonna do it, and we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna have the game on screen, and me facing away from everything and just trying to keep it in my head. And if that's fun to you and you want to see more of that, we can also make that happen for sure.
And I guess that is not going to go on this channel, is it?
That is not going to go on this channel. That is going to go on a different channel, which we once set up for JJ to learn chess. It's called Chess Progress, A Beginner's Journey. It's linked on our YouTube channel, by the way.
Yeah, there's at least one video up on that channel at the point of this recording.
There's the first video of JJ learning how to move the pieces, and we're going to upload that one.
Learning as if to... Yeah. I knew that, but yeah, we
kind of learning very much the basics. So if you're interested in learning chess, by the way, you can have a look at that.
I guess that channel is also going to soon start uploading somewhat regularly.
I would appreciate if it did.
Because I currently am, as of this recording, not that busy anymore.
That's good to know. So sure, why not? And then we'll have this video also there. We'll link it in the Discord, obviously. We'll announce it once it's up on the TrashcanTV server, so you can go ahead and know that. And that's... Yeah, one more question we have from Morris, who asked this last second, by the way. What do you think of the current meta in Hearthstone?
Well, to be fair, I gave everyone 2 hours and he answered 2 minutes later, so last second...
Morris is fast. If there's one... Yeah, Morris is a fast person. I don't know how he does it, but this man is fast. Like, shout out to Morris for being very, very fast. You're fast. You're fast, dude, Morris. We appreciate it. Also, he's a rookie trash talker already. Morris shows up. He's a goat. Along with some other people, but Morris is fast. What do you think of the current meta in Hearthstone? What do I think of the current meta in Hearthstone? Warriors. That's what I think about the current meta in Hearthstone. I love Warrior. I said this to JJ in private a couple of days or weeks ago. My favorite class in Hearthstone is Warrior.
Yeah, you said that.
It now officially is. I love what Warrior has been doing. I love Control Warrior. I love Bomb Warrior. I love the Odd Warrior and the Odd Quest Warrior when that was a thing. Warrior is absolutely, by far, my favorite class in Hearthstone. It's basically all that I play. At the moment, I'm not very diverse on that. A lot of people hate me for that. I've seen people posting hateful memes towards Warriors, both the basketball kind and the Hearthstone kind, in the Discord. I do not approve, but I condone your right to free speech because First Amendment and all that jazz. I, however, do not agree. As a matter of fact, I vehemently disagree. Current meta in Hearthstone is, I think, pretty diverse. There's a lot of aggro, which makes Warrior good. And there's not that many decks where I would say this is just obnoxiously terrible and I hate the meta for this. Probably because I'm the one playing the one deck that people would consider.
Well, to be fair, I really liked the Rise of the Mech. I think it was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They unnerved a bunch of cards, most of which weren't strongly affected by it. But we did get the new Paladin archetype through that. Mm-hmm. We got, thanks to Snipsnap, we got a big boost to the mech hunters. Yeah. We got a completely different token druid strategy, and I really kind of like how a lot of different decks are valid right now.
I like the Hearthstone meta. Right
the one thing I dislike about it somewhat strongly is that because of Snipsnap and because of how strong Ziliax is, almost every deck tries to go for some kind of mech package, and I think mechs are just a little too prevalent in the current meta. Mm-hmm. I think before Rise of the Mech that was a bit more balanced. But I think the overall meta is still better now.
Control decks, however, still do not run EMP Operative, which should be kind of the yardstick to measure the oppressiveness of mechs.
I'm not saying they're oppressive, I'm just saying they're way too common.
They're very valid and common. Yeah.
Because most aggro decks you can build in some kind of mech variety if you really want to. There is even a mech Zoo Warlock. It's not as good as a regular, but it exists.
But this is a much better than a lot of previous metas we had, when like you knew you were playing against the Druid, you knew it was going to be Spreading Blade, Malagos, sort of shenanigans, or you knew you were going to be going against Secret Hunter or Temple Mage or something. It's now, at this point, I know there's always complaints there, but we've been playing for a while. This is one of the most pleasant metas we've had.
Yeah, I think this, again, I think the Rise of the Mech helped a lot as well in diversity, and I think this current meta is definitely good. The question is, how will the Hall of Faming and that whole thing affect it? Actually, we still don't know when that's happening.
We'll see.
We're recording this a little bit in advance. For all we know, it's out by now.
Yeah, but we'll see when that how that affects the game long term. I don't think it's going to be that huge, but there is definitely some changes being made. So,
well, I mean, the one deck that is really affected by the actual Hall of Faming is just the Pogo Rogue, primarily. And the new cards aren't gonna be that meta defining, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how that turns out. I like the meta right now. I'm a big Warriors dude, big Warriors fan in every capacity. We are done with all the Qs and the As, mostly the As because you did the Qs in the Discord. But if you want us to do this again, just let us know in said Discord, which, by the way, if you're not a member of it, go join that. The link is in the description of this video. Just click the link, you'll be redirected to the page for the invitation link, and have fun. Join the Discord. We've got over 100 people right there at this point. Great community. Lots of cool people to make friends with, talk about Hearthstone with, and yeah, it's one of the best things we ever did. We can safely say that the Discord is one of the best decisions we've ever made, and we're super proud of everyone in there, and it's just great. There's a lot of goats like Morris and Aurora and so many more.
Yeah, I think I was very skeptical of the idea at first. I always thought it was a cool idea. As a matter of fact, it was kind of a popular thing to do even when we started the channel, but obviously you have to have a certain viewer base to make this happen. And I was like, we're still getting, like, some of our videos are still not even getting 50 views. Like, how many people are actually going to join the Discord? It's like,
a lot of people.
Wow, actually a lot of people, and some of which are very active. So it actually ended up working out very, very great. And also about the Q&A, we're definitely going to do this again. Yeah. The amount of interest basically just dictates how long it's going to take.
Fair enough. You know what I've decided we're going to do right now? Just because we can, and it's our show, we're going to read out every single person in the Discord server.
You know that's over 100 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it. Because we love those people, and we are going to read out the entire list. Starting with, we're going to just read from top to bottom, starting with JJ.
Yay!
Then there's also me and Sergey, who are all the admins, but they don't really count. We have Aurora. We have Cooper. We have Naruhodo. If we butcher your names, man, I'm sorry, alright? We still appreciate you. We have Nether. We have Aqua M. We have Seabreer DJ. We have Cookies. We have Heartbot, that's a bot. We have Jim. We have Mac. We have Masters 8. We have Naily Mixem. Yeah, Naily Mixem, good. We have Raven. We have another bot. We have Zaytrix. There's Franking. We have 15C13. We have D2NL Iraq. What the hell? We got OMG Captain Boy 92. We got ABL Alex. We got Angel 29. We got B Gone Thought. We got Billy Boy. Blade Dance. Bo. Bro Reek. We got Chicken Nugget. We got Chomp Cop and OG. We got Chuck Norris. Higher FBI. We got Denied. We got Darmang. We got DJ Discord. We got Dragar. We got Dragovian Lord. We got Dusty Kevin. Got ECAG 61. Got Fire WWM. We got Flawless J-Rod. We got Gale 3D. We got Graf von Hudelstein. We got Great Sin of Law. We got Grizzy. We got H.A. Change. We got Hoffmangler. Hollywood 6, obviously. We got Holy Light 80. We got Jeff the Blab on Duty EU. We got John, Joy Emoji. We got Joshy. We got Junior or JR. We got Julius, Jungle King 300, Cassell, for God's sakes, Clid 0. We got,
hopefully you huge Leonard Skinner fan because of the spelling.
Yeah. We got Komogi twice. We got we got Leiska. We got Laser 11. Lego Kid 2007. We got Lemons Yellow, which is correct by the way. We got Lil Fantochi. Unknown fact, Sergey, the guy who's also we just had on the phone, he eats lemons. Whole lemons with the peel, just like that, like an apple. Where was I? Lil Fantochi I mentioned. We got Lupka. We got Boku. We got Morris. We got Mr. Bones. I already mentioned myself. We got Mr. Bones 561. We got Mug Boy. We got M War. We got Nemts. We got Neon 31. We already mentioned Nether. He just went offline, so he's in the list again. He's smart.
Oh, that means if someone just went online, we might miss them.
We'll look at that again. We got Netsfan 101. We got Nog. We got One Cup Tea. We got Oreo, Ozra, Pat V, Potato Corn, Renet 2 Fan. We got Robin GG. We got Robson V. Got Rygar. Got Safe Mentala twice. Got Senti, Sloth, Slow Iron. Got Sony HD 180p. We got
1080p, but 1080p.
Yes. We got Strategic Noob. We got Strider AMC. Got Striker Cloud. Got Sootster. Got Tesla. The Keeper. Tiluj, for God's sakes, Tai K, bro. We got Vuja. We got Y Watt. Wings are for kings. Come on, man. I never noticed. That came very much on a left field. Appreciation, my dude. We got Wally/Alex. There's only one true Alex. You are Wally. We got Yadihu. We got Zeke. We got Zoo Warlock equals OP. We got Aurora. And we got a person with Asian letter symbols. I'm very sorry for not being able to pronounce
probably
that
put
stuff.
that into Google Translate if you want me to.
Let's do it. Let's watch the hilarity of that happening. So
okay, it apparently means deity, and if I actually can fucking go to the translate thing, or
it appears to mean deity/god or something like that. So
oh wait, does that mean it's oh fuck, I knew that too. If it's Japanese, which I'm not. Oh yeah,
I don't
Japanese.
know. Listen. We've got this. Okay, it's a deity.
Is it like Megami or something?
This dude is for real. I don't know.
Let me actually go to translate.
Okay.
I just went to Google search.
Let me entertain the masses.
So I can actually see what the fuck it
while
says.
he's doing that. We
in
appreciate
Romanji.
every single one in person in that Discord server. We assume that most of you are persons, except for the two bots we
It is,
have.
in fact, Kami-sama.
And it's God.
It translates to God.
Yeah,
yes.
God, deity sort of thing. So, shout out to God. We have God in our Discord server. That is good to know.
That doesn't really surprise me.
Scroll back up.
See if anyone went online
that we might have missed because we don't want to be doing people like that. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Everyone was named.
There's probably a tricky way to go on offline or something.
If not, cap at us. And if you're joined the Discord pretty recently, you might not be.
I was about to say, if you joined after June 27th, then tough.
Too bad. Yes, it's terrible. So that's the podcast, man. If you want more Q&As, let us know. We've said everything already. Let's finish this off with
I think we've been at this for like 1.5 hours almost.
Dude, give me the song of the
and then
week.
you decided to do the whole reading out there.
Yeah, I appreciate these people.
No, I do
Can
too.
we not have time for that? I think we can. And since it's our show, we can
It's
do that.
literally not like we've got anything better to do.
Exactly. So, JJ, what's your song of the week?
My song of the week actually complements my fact of the week.
That's good.
Because I omitted one song that I know that Johnny Cash covered because I'm going to use that as my song of the week, which is, in fact, Personal Jesus.
I thought it was Bridge Over Troubled Water now.
No, I did mention that a few times.
Yeah.
It's Personal Jesus, originally by Depeche Mode, of course, my song of the week. Actually, I think I've had the original as a song of the week once, too.
Possible.
Is, of course, the Johnny Cash version, as I just mentioned.
Alright, so that's your song of the week, Personal Jesus, Johnny Cash.
Actually, dude, when I read that on the back of the CD, I was like, that doesn't sound like that would work. Like, Johnny Cash doing Personal Jesus, like, that's two completely different styles.
Well, my Personal Jesus...
It works!
Okay. I'll pass my own judgment on that. Not much that Johnny Cash has done worked for me, for some reason. I know he's a great artist, I just don't like much of it. My Personal Jesus is that Kamasami dude.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, see that? What I'm doing here? My song of the week is going to be The Ballad of Bull by Sabaton.
Yes, I've heard that.
It's
before.
in the music share.
I'm pretty sure we've listened to that right before the start of the thing.
It's one of many songs. It's not as super powerful metal-ish Sabaton style.
Well, that makes sense since it's a fucking ballad.
It's a ballad. It's a little more laid back, but it's very much historically inspired. It's about friggin' what's his name? Leslie Allen, army colonel who saved like 12 men from being fucking destroyed in war times or something. So a pretty good dude apparently, and that's what the song is about. The Bull, the Ballad of Bull, the Ballad of Bull, I think is what it's called. Look it up. Just look for Sabaton. Listen, thank you for watching this podcast, listening to what we've been doing. We are going to be seeing you hopefully very soon in the Discord server as well as in future videos. Go check out what we're doing with the Hearthstone content and some of the other gameplays. More Sergey stuff coming up. He's one of the fan favorites these days, so be sure to keep him around. And to everyone, leave a like, subscribe to TrashcanTV if you have not done that at present moment so far. We are out and we'll see you next time. JJ.
That's it.
That's it.